Hi everyone, welcome to a new video from Crypto Market, the educational channel about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Today, I want to talk to you about a super important topic to protect your funds, the dreaded MEV. MEV is a very technical topic. In this video, I'll explain it in a simple way. Most importantly, we'll look at how to prevent this little monster from eating our cryptocurrencies. So what is MEV? MEV means maximal extractable value. Every time we make a transaction on a blockchain, such as buying or selling a cryptocurrency, that transaction enters a waiting room called the mempool. In this room, there are people or bots, known as searches, who are constantly monitoring these pending transactions. These searches have the ability to see what transactions are waiting, and here's the interesting part. They can also influence the order in which those transactions are included in the next block. So, MEV is basically a game where traders, bots, and even validators fight to organize transactions to make as much money as possible at the expense of users. This is as if someone at the box office could see who is willing to pay more to get into the movie theater first and thus arrange the line to their own advantage. Originally, MEV stood for Miner Extractable Value, because on proof-of-work blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, miners were the ones who ordered transactions and earned profits. But after Ethereum transitioned from proof-of-work to proof-of-stake, the term changed to Maximum Extractable Value to include not only miners, but also validators, bots, and miners who can make money from this practice. So, we already know what MEV is, but how does this affect us in our daily lives? Before continuing, I want to inform you to be very careful with scams. There are many videos on YouTube that claim to help us create MEV strategies on our own to earn thousands of dollars a day. But be careful, the vast majority are scams that only want to steal our cryptocurrencies. The scammers explain how the process works and leave a link to the smart contract they supposedly use to make money. That smart contract is malicious, and when the user links it to their wallet, it drains all their funds. Now, let's look at some examples of the most common MEV methods to make things clearer. The first is front running. This method is like someone hearing we're going to buy a lot of apples and rushing to the store to buy all the cheap apples right away, then selling them to us at a higher price. So when we send a transaction to the mempool, a bot sees it, sends its own transaction with a higher gas fee to be processed first, buys the token, and pushes the price up a bit. When the transaction is confirmed, we end up paying more than we expected. The second is back running. In this method, a bot waits for a large trade to occur and then makes its own to take advantage of the price change. For this method, the bot already has the asset and takes advantage of the opportunity to sell when someone makes a trade that increases its value. The third is sandwich attacks. In this method, a bot sees our buy order on a decentralized exchange. It places a buy order just beforehand, thus slightly raising the price. It then lets our order execute at that inflated price, and immediately afterward places a sell order to make a profit, sandwiching our transaction. This is like the complete combo, because they make us buy at a slightly higher price, and then the bot sells, profiting from our own purchase. The fourth method is liquidations and lending protocols. On DeFi lending platforms, if the value of our collateral drops too much, our loan can be liquidated. So, MEV bots compete to be the first to execute these liquidations because they often get a reward for doing so. As you can see, MEV can take many forms, but the goal is always the same: to extract value from users' transactions. In short, MEV can make your cryptocurrency experience more expensive and somewhat frustrating. It's not that they'll directly steal your private keys, but they can constantly pinch your funds. Now, how can we protect ourselves from MEV? Although MEV is an inherent feature of many blockchains, especially Ethereum, there are things we can do to minimize its impact and protect our funds. Number 1. We can use the slippage tool. When making a trade on a decentralized exchange, we should make sure it has the option to configure the slippage. This is the maximum percentage of price change we are willing to accept for our transaction to complete. Setting a very low slippage can help protect us from sandwich attacks, since if the price moves too much against us due to a bot, the transaction will simply fail instead of executing at a bad price. But too little slippage in highly volatile or illiquid markets could also legitimately cause our transactions to fail, so it's best to find a balance here. Number 2. We can split large orders. If we need to place a large buy or sell order, we can consider splitting it into several smaller orders, because small orders are less attractive to MEV bots. It may be more work, but it can also save us money, especially for tokens with lower liquidity. Number 3. Avoid trading during high volatility or congestion. MEV bots thrive during times of high volatility and network congestion, as there are more opportunities and confusion there. If it's not urgent, we can wait for the market to calm down a bit. Number 4. We must be careful with gas fees. While paying a very low gas fee can cause our transaction to stall, paying an excessively high fee doesn't always protect us from MEV and only enriches the validators. MEV is a complex topic and an active area of research within the blockchain ecosystem. Some see it as an inevitable tax on transparent blockchains, while others are working on long-term solutions to mitigate it or make it more fair. For now, the important thing is that we, as users, are aware that MEV exists and that there are strategies to protect our funds. Don't let the bots discourage you. Cryptocurrencies offer great opportunities, and with a little knowledge, you can navigate this space much more safely. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found this information useful and clear. And don't forget to give it a like if you learned something new. Subscribe to the channel to enjoy more crypto content. And leave your questions and opinions in the comments section. See you in the next video.